All aircraft piston engines are fitted with dual ignition. That is, they have two electrically independent ignition systems. Each cylinder, therefore, has two spark plugs, and each spark plug is fed by a separate magneto. Dual ignition systems serve two purposes. Firstly, the risk of engine failure due to faulty ignition is reduced, and secondly, by igniting the mixture within the cylinder at 2 points, the combustion time is reduced, thus reducing the chance of detonation. Magnetos are self-contained engine-driven electrical generators which produce high-voltage sparks. Within the magneto, a rotary switch called a distributor directs the sparks to the plugs in the correct firing sequence. The magneto combines two basic principles, that of the permanent magnet generator and that of the step-up transformer. This diagram illustrates the first basic principle, that of the permanent magnet generator. The only modification to the standard machine is the addition of a contact breaker which collapses the magnetic field in the primary circuit more quickly than would normally happen in a generator of this type. The second basic principle, that of the step-up transformer, is utilized in the secondary circuit. The secondary windings are a step-up transformer which consists of thousands of turns of very thin wire. A very high voltage is induced into the secondary windings by the rapid collapse of the magnetic lines of force. The faster the magnetic lines of force collapse, the greater the voltage induced in the secondary windings. To ensure that the primary field collapses as fast as possible, and also to prevent the contact breaker points being eroded by the sparks which would occur when the points opened, a capacitor is placed in parallel with them. Once the high voltage sparks have been produced, they are passed to the spark plugs in the correct firing sequence. This is done by the distributor. The distributor rotor arm rotates at half the engine speed. To give control of the magneto, an ignition switch is fitted in its primary circuit. Notice that when the ignition switch is placed off, both ends of the primary coil are now earthed, which makes it impossible for current to be generated. The secondary circuit is not now cut by the magnetic lines of force, which would otherwise enable it to generate the sparks, so the ignition system is dead. For illustration purposes, it's supposed that the system shown keeps running in the ignition off period because the propeller is windmilling. If, on the other hand, the aircraft was stationary and the ignition switch was left off, the engine would of course stop. During start, the engine is cranked at about 120 revolutions per minute. At this speed, the magneto is not capable of producing sparks with sufficient energy to ignite the mixture. This makes it necessary to employ various methods of spark augmentation, of which there are three. They are the high-tension booster coil, the low-tension booster coil, and the most common in small aircraft engines, the impulse coupling. The high-tension booster coil supplies a stream of high-voltage impulses to a trailing brush on the distributor rotor. This ensures that a fat-retarded spark is generated in the cylinder. The high-tension booster coil is only switched on for engine start. The low-tension booster coil supplies the primary coil of the magneto with a low voltage during engine start. Once the engine has started, the low-tension booster coil is switched off. The impulse coupling is a mechanical device which uses a spring to temporarily increase the speed of rotation of the magneto. This gives a fat-retarded spark during the starting cycle. This diagram shows a cutaway view of the impulse coupling within the magneto. The cam is driven by the gears from the crankshaft at half the crankshaft speed, and drives the hub through the spring. The permanent magnet of the magneto is attached to the hub, which also carries the pawls. Initially the cam rotates, turning the spring, which carries the hub round until the pawls come into contact with the stops. The cam continues to rotate, tensioning the spring until the leading edges of the cams contact the pawls, pushing them out of contact with the stops. The hub, under the impulse of the spring, rotates very quickly round, carrying its attached magnet. Rotating the magnet this quickly enables it to generate the high-voltage spark required to ignite the mixture. The spark is also retarded, which ensures that the engine is driven in the correct direction. Once the engine has started, the pawls are rotating at such a speed that centrifugal force holds them out at an angle which prevents them contacting the stops. Thus the spring has no further effect.